Yo Brollies, in this video, I want to do something that I should have done months ago, and I apologize for the delay. Today, I'm going to feature a couple of Galax Hall of Fame peripherals and upgrade my desktop PC's graphics card to match my overall black and white theme. So with no further ado, let's get into it. So I've had this PC build for maybe around 2 years now, and as you can tell, it's quite dirty. Nothing too crazy though. This has a capable Galax RTX 3060EX graphics card, but since Galax sent over a more recent Galax RTX 4060EX White, I'm going to replace it with that and perhaps get a more balanced black and white themed PC build. Now of course, I wouldn't recommend this slight upgrade, but at least you'll get an idea of how they differ in terms of performance later. But before we start, as always, honest disclaimer, this video is not paid, but Galax did send the Galax RTX 4060EX White and a couple of peripherals with the Galax Hall of Fame Ace gaming mouse and the Galax Hall of Fame Maestro gaming headset, which we'll tackle in detail as well later. They will not review this video before release, and we'll see this at the same time as you do. Alright, so let's do a quick unboxing. What I have here is the white variant of the Galax RTX 4060EX, and inside the box we have the setup guide, the graphics card itself protected by an anti-static plastic, and an RGB cable. Looking around in front, we have a dual 102mm fan cooling system with a unique design specifically made for an extremely quiet operation. The shroud also looks quite decent with a simple design and a monotone white colorway. Comparing it side by side with the previous Galax RTX 3060EX, it is shorter in length but taller in height. And yes, we still have RGB illumination that shines through the translucent fan blades. At the back, we have a metal backplate with the GeForce RTX logo and an ample amount of ventilation for the heatsink and heat pipes. In terms of ports, we have 3 display ports and 1 HDMI port. This is a compact 2-slot graphics card, which makes it also ideal for smaller form factor PC builds. It also requires just a single 8-pin PCIe power connector, which makes compatibility and cable management easier. Overall, a pretty decent looking graphics card, I would say. In terms of performance, as I pointed out earlier, if you're just coming from the previous generation RTX 3060, I wouldn't recommend this upgrade path as the performance difference is not that substantial. Only around 2 to 12% increase across all the games that I've tested here. But if you're coming from an even older 10 or 20 series graphics card, then that should be a more ideal scenario. And just in case you want an easy to replicate comparison data, here are all the 3D Mark benchmark results that I got for both the Galax RTX 3060EX and the Galax RTX 4060EX, including the recently launched Still Nomad and Still Nomad Lite benchmarks. These are non-ray traced cross-platform benchmarks that are free, by the way. This is not sponsored, but if you want to learn more about these 3D Mark benchmarks, I'll put some links below. Now, in terms of thermal performance, we can see a slight improvement here, both in terms of idle and at load, but nothing to write home about. Power draw is notably lower though for the Galax RTX 4060EX, so that's something we can appreciate. Overall, like I said, you should consider upgrading to the RTX 4060 if you're coming from an older 10 or 20 series graphics card. As for me, I got what I wanted, which is a more balanced black and white themed PC build, so I'm definitely satisfied about that. Thanks Galax. Now let's move on and take a look at a couple of white Hall of Fame peripherals from Galax, starting with the Galax Hall of Fame Maestro gaming headset. It came in a decently designed packaging with an image preview in front and some key features at the back. Inside the box, we have the Galax Hall of Fame Maestro gaming headset itself, very well protected, and a couple of paperwork, including the user manual. As you can tell, the gaming headset is well protected by thick plastic. By the way, included in the package are the detachable microphone and the 3.5mm aux cable. At first look and touch, we have a two-tone colorway here with color white on the major components and color gray on the cushions. What I have here is the matte white variant, but it is also available in matte black as well as piano black and piano white, which are the glossy variants. The headband is extremely flexible as you can tell and quite durable, I would say. It doesn't feel like it's going to snap that easily. On the side of the ear cup, we have an embossed Hall of Fame logo and a translucent RGB lining around it. It features a sort of oblong shape, making it essentially an over-the-ear headphone. The ear cup support features a two-texture design, having both a matte and glossy silver finish. The top part of the headband features soft white padding with a Hall of Fame logo, while the earbuds themselves features a gray-colored breathable fabric and memory foam earmuffs that feels really soft. Depending on the size of your ear, it can go around it or at least provide a good amount of cushion. Besides the wire, we have a 3.5mm port for the detachable microphone. It has limited adjustment though, with only a swivel back and forth for the ear cups, but no pivot option. The headband can extend up to a substantial amount of length with decent tactile notches to keep it in position. Comfort-wise, even though it looks bulky with a weight of around 338 grams and has limited adjustment, I would say it is still fairly comfortable thanks to the substantial amount of padding and cushions. The headband provides a good amount of support, while the earbuds offer a very soft cushion without being too hot, thanks to its breathable fabric. The clamping force is also just enough to provide stability without being too tight. Now, even though this is primarily a wired USB headphone, it also has multi-platform compatibility thanks to its inline control that has a 3.5mm aux port. This means you can also use it on your smartphone, tablet, or any device with a 3.5mm audio jack. Aside from that, we also have volume controls here, an LED button, and a mute switch for the microphone. It has 50mm composite membrane drivers with virtual 7.1 surround sound if you take advantage of the USB connection and its software. As for the sound quality, I'd say it's on the brighter side, but still has a good amount of bass and low end with pretty decent soundstage and clarity for what it's worth. Pleasant to listen to for most genre, but yeah, a bit on the brighter side for my preference. As for the microphone quality, here's a quick sound test for you guys. This is a microphone test for the Galax Maestro gaming headset. Microphone test 1 2 3 1 2 3. Again, this is a microphone test for the Galax HOF Maestro gaming headset. Microphone test 1 2 3 1 2 3. Overall, if you're looking for a clean-looking, comfortable gaming headphones with decent sound quality and flexible multi-platform compatibility, the Galax Hall of Fame Maestro is a good candidate. Last but not the least, we have the Galax Hall of Fame Ace gaming mouse. It also came in a similarly designed box with an image preview and key features at the back. Inside the box, we have the Galax Hall of Fame Ace gaming mouse itself, protected by clear plastic and a plastic platform. Underneath that, we have an accessory box that houses the 1.8-meter braided cable, a USB Type-A to Type-C adapter, and two versions of the user manual. The Galax Hall of Fame Ace is an ergonomic gaming mouse with typical perforations, supposedly to shave off some weight. However, for some reason, it is still quite heavy, at least for today's standard, with a weight of around 84.7 grams. Nowadays, modern gaming mice, even without any holes, can weigh less than 60 grams. So yeah, that's the first thing that strikes me the most about the Galax Hall of Fame Ace gaming mouse. Now looking around, starting from the top, again we have these perforations, a subtle Hall of Fame logo at the back, comfortable grooves on the primary buttons with decent tactile feedback, and a fairly stable scroll wheel without any wobble or squeaking sounds, though I would have to say that it has notably weak tactile notches. And lastly, here at the top, we have the DPI button. Now looking at the left side, we have two fat side buttons that are easy to reach with good tactile and click feedback. You can also see here the relatively low bump, and by flipping it at the back side, you'll see the curvature gradually droops down towards the right side. On the right side, basically the same design, just without the side buttons. And in front, we have the USB Type-C port at the center with a 13.9mm opening. We can also have a good look here at the ergonomic grooves on the primary buttons. By the way, it is worth noting that even though this gap seems pretty wide, there's essentially no unnecessary post-travel for the primary buttons. Finally, looking at the bottom, we have the 2.4 GHz USB dongle, 4 PTFE mouse gliders, a Pixar 3370 sensor, more perforations, a polling rate button, and the power and LED switch. By the way, the 1.8-meter braided cable is flexible enough to be used for wired mode. And yes, for RGB lovers out there, we have subtle RGB lighting on the backside, on the scroll wheel, and on the logo inside the shell. Now, before we discuss its performance, here's a quick sound test for the buttons. In terms of performance, I have two gripes about this mouse. First is the already mentioned heavier weight of around 84.7 grams. I am used to using a mouse that's only around 60 grams, so I definitely had to do some adjustments here. Another thing is when it comes to its DPI accuracy. I'm used to 800 DPI, but right off the gate, when I use this gaming mouse for gaming, even after setting the DPI on the software to exactly 800, I felt that it was noticeably off, and after tinkering with it, I had to settle for 500 DPI, which is kinda weird. Other than that, after getting used to it, I was able to play with it fairly comfortably. though with a lot of effort compared to my main mouse. Now, I can probably give the weight a pass since it's going to be subjective depending on each individual's preference. But the DPI deviation, not to mention the use of an older sensor, is something you'll have to think about. Overall, as you can see, the Galax RTX 4060EX White perfectly fits my black and white theme PC build, and both the Galax Hall of Fame Ace gaming mouse and the Galax Hall of Fame Maestro gaming headset also fits well with my overall desk setup. Maybe you can get some idea for your own. And there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Huge thanks to Galax for sending all these products in, and I also want to apologize for the delay. Again, although Galax sent these products, this video is not paid, and they'll see this video at the same time as you do. And yeah, this is not a full review as I cannot cram everything in a single video, but hopefully you still got a thing or two about these products. I'll put some links below if you're interested. Thank you for watching, subscribe if you appreciate this video, and see you next time. Have a great day, guys. You're awesome.